everybody, Mike Steele here with BBQ Champs Academy, and we are so excited to be with everyone tonight. We have got a great show lined up with two amazing female cookers that cook, I know, in the IBCA competitions. We got Arica, Dodson, and Michelle Castillo. Cannot wait to have these ladies on tonight. And I tell you what, boys, y'all better put your big panties on, because these girls, they've got something for you. They got a message to you as well, because they have been absolutely on fire cooking. And I had them on our show. They were actually on our podcast last week when we had Rick Mell on here. And congratulations to Rick Mell. He had a big outing this past weekend. Another reserve grand champion for that man. So we are very happy to have him out doing so well. But Arica and Michelle was both on the show last week, and I was like, how cool would it be to have two amazing women cookers that are cooking in the IBCA to be part of BBQ Champs Academy Live? And I reached out to them on the show last week with Rick and said, how about it, girls? Y'all want to be it? And they both popped in and said yes. And we made the connection this yesterday. I reached out to them, got all the information to them. So we're looking for a great show tonight. Hey, as you come in, let us know. Got Papa Joe Grilling Supplies in Hutto, Texas. Chuck and Vanessa, we appreciate y'all being such a big part of our podcast each and every week, and on our website with all of the rubs and stuff that you carry. So we do appreciate you being with us tonight. John, great to have you here. Good evening, Mike. Not as hot now. Yeah, I'll tell you what, John, it has been an absolute scorcher here. It was 95 degrees today, and man, the cool weather has kind of left us here in Louisiana in a hurry. So Anna Bryce, got her here with us, got a chance to cook with her and Hottie Scotty this weekend in Minden, Louisiana. Anna was so excited. She got her first ever first place chicken. I thought she was going to come unglued as she jumped up out that chair screaming and hollered. You would have thought she was on fire. She was with that chicken on Saturday. Congratulations to them. So we got Corey on here. Great, Corby, glad to have you here. Going to be hot in Holland. Wow. So, man alive, great. Glad to have you here. Don't know how you found out about us, but appreciate it. And make sure, Corby, you tell your friends. So who else we got? Got David. Hey, from Hot. Yes, it is, no doubt. Big Jim Hudgens in the house. Jim, it's so great to have you here. Looking forward to a great show tonight, and glad you're a part of it. Got Omar here. Yes, I do believe it's going to be a great show. Finally got Errol back. Goodness gracious, hadn't seen her in forever. And him and this and that. I'm like, come on now, where you at? We haven't seen you, Errol. So glad to have you back with us, man. And it looked like you had a little cook-off this weekend and did pretty well. So let's see, we got Mr. Nick Dunn. Nick, we missed you this weekend. Got Ruben with us tonight, and appreciate you being here. Got Steve with us tonight. So let's see who else we got. 360 BBQ, great to have you here as well. Oh man, I can't wait for Michelle to get to talking. This is going to be fun. So let's see. Got Juke with us. Hello, this is going to be a great show. Bunch of awesome folks. Yes, absolutely. Got Carly. Hey, Miss Carly. Now, if I recall now, I think you had an 8th place pork chop this past week in the kids queue. Congratulations. And I think if I recall, even Chuck had a 10th place in the steak. I think that was one of his first top 10s he's had in a while. Maybe his first ever. I couldn't remember. But congratulations. Hey, we got Mr. Dave in the house. Dave with Gunter Wilhelm Knives. Dave, it is so great to have you on our show. And if you have taken one of our classes on BBQ Champs Academy, make sure you go into the private forum, and we have got a discount in there to get you some incredible Gunter Wilhelm knives at a 20% discount that's just exclusive for BBQ Champ Academy members. So go in there. I posted that. It's got all the information. It's got the series of knives that he has for sale in this bundle package that he's put together. He's got a coupon code in there. You get to use it one time. If you're like me, guys, my wife's like, what can I get you? I don't need anything. I've got everything that I need. And I said, David, this would be a great opportunity, for, hey, honey, go grab me these knives. These are the ones that I want. So we're trying to make shopping easy for you guys. So, and then if you haven't used these Gunter Wilhelm knives, I'm telling you, will absolutely love them. Some of the best knives that I've ever come across. We got Danny with Be Extreme Barbecue. Glad to have you here, and glad to have you as a sponsor of Barbecue Champs as well. We got Corby in the house, got Lucas all the way from the land down under. Good morning, Lucas, and we are so appreciative of you of getting up every morning on Tuesdays, and I guess it's Wednesday over there, and glad to have you here. Looky here who we got. Miss Judy is in the house. I so love Judy. Her and Walker just are such great people. And every time that Judy does a competition and as a head judge, I just absolutely love her, and just everything about that family is so incredible. James, I see you're in the house. Man, oh man, oh man. I see Arica laughing in the background. Buddy, I'm not going to take it very light on the guys tonight, because these women have just been absolutely tearing it up. And I think I know why Arica all of a sudden hadn't been cooking. We'll discuss that here in a little bit more. So Arica's got this big grin on her face. So just sit tight, James. It's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. We'll go easy on you. So, Nick, hate that I missed it. And yes, buddy, I hate that you missed it as well. So Kurt is with us. Glad to have you here. And Brad, TBC Nation, is in the house. Glad to have you with us. Man, we got people just steadily pouring in. I don't even know if I can keep up. I'm going to have to run through these pretty quick. Arica, be nice to me. No, Arica, you don't have to be nice. It's gloves off for 1 hour. So let's see. Clay, looking forward to the show. Glad to have you here. Mel, Arica rocks. Yes, she does. I'm going to talk about my first time I got a chance to meet her and cook against her. Ruben, glad to have you here. James Dodson's my brother. That's great. So let's see who else got. Bradley in the house. Nick is here with us. Yeah, once again, Nick, my wife, asked the same thing. I just wink and say, you know. So, oh, goodness gracious. I don't need anything. I want everything. Yeah, I tell you what, I think I'm the same way. Jaden, congratulations on you. Rick, his big job, big finish that he had this past weekend, reserve grand champion. I know you're extremely proud of him. Dylan, thank you for being here. Kevin, thank you for being here. And let's see. Yes, sir. Wednesday, 10 a.m. here for us. Wow, big time change. Thank you, Lucas, for being part of us. Got Jennifer that's here as well. Arica Dodson is the bomb diggity. Yes, she is, no doubt. So, oh, goodness gracious. Charlie says, get up, Jaylee. So, Bill Manning is in the house. And, yes, Bill, she has been absolutely killing it. Arica, man, look at the fans you two have got. I picked a good group. We got 74 people in the watching us live tonight. We appreciate you being here. We're fixing to turn this thing loose. We always kind of like to give people a few minutes to come in. Got Mike here, got Curtis once again, Clay. I always try to give everybody a big shout out for those that are coming aboard. And Karen supporting our girl Arica. Great, great, great. Lots of folks here. Heidi, thank you for being here. Look, every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, we get together on Barbecue Champs Alive. We talk about all things barbecue. We have barbecue pit masters and grill masters. We've got some amazing state grill masters that compete in the SCA. We'll try to pick them brains a little bit, see if we can get something. I see Adam Martinez is here. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to try to pick the brain of Michelle, because she ain't telling him nothing. So, anyway, got people just steadily pouring in. But we have a great show every Tuesday night. If you go to our Facebook page, go click our follow us button. While you're here, you're on the stream, just hit that follow us button. You'll get a notification every Tuesday at 7 o'clock right before we go live. And we'd ask that you stick around and watch these shows, because we have a lot of fun. So anyway, let's see. James might tell everyone about the Barbecue Champs Academy. Yeah, we'll spend a little time on that here in a little bit. Barbecue Champs Academy is our world's first online tell-all barbecue cooking class taught by world champion pit masters and state grill masters. We got some amazing cookers on there. And it's been an absolute blast for us to be able to put these classes out for everybody. We've had so many people doing so well, including Rick Mail, my buddy Larry Dwayne Anderson. I cooked against him this weekend in Minden, Louisiana. He got reserve grand champion. He and I went into the finals, or in the points. We both had 20 points. I beat him on the tiebreaker, had a second place brisket. But it's so great to be able to cook against all these guys as well. So, folks steadily coming in. We're over 81 now. This is phenomenal. We appreciate everybody being here. Sherry, thank you for being here. I'm going to make a real quick announcement to all of our partners, and then we're going to get started. I could not do this show without the support of all of these guys. Be Extreme Barbecue, Mr. Danny Helm, B&B Charcoal, Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop, Mr. Brian Crawford's got some amazing rubs himself. The Crawford Barbecue Pit Products is awesome. If you're looking for rubs, they're obviously a great source to go to. Papa Joe Grilling Supplies in Hutto, Texas. Chuck and Vanessa, absolutely love those guys to death. They got a great store with a lot of products. David is on here with Gunnar Wilhelm Knives. He's got a discount code. Once again, if you just came in, he's got a discount code for all members of Barbecue Champs Academy. If you bought any of our classes, go into them private Facebook pages for the Pit Master or the State Grill Master, and there's a coupon in there to get 20% off for knives that he's got lined up for Father's Day. So perfect time to go in there and get them. Also, we got Tapaque working on some new products for the SCA. We appreciate them. They got some great fan assist air controllers and temp probes. They've even got air probes that work in a pressure cooker or Instapot. So it doesn't get much better than that. And check them out at Tapaque. They got some great products. And finally, Dustin at the barbecue store down in Hempstead, Texas. Absolutely wonderful man, fast shipping. So you've got plenty of people to choose from. Choose who you want and make the order, because they are very, very good people to work with. Well, without further ado, it's time to get started. So first, let's go ahead and introduce. We'll go ahead and bring in Arica. Hello, Miss Arica. How are you doing?
Hi, doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic. We're going to have a great show tonight. And the second one we're going to bring on is Michelle Castillo. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being with us. How are you doing?
Hello, good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. It was fixing to be better because we're fixing to have a good time for this next hour. We got so many people on tonight, got a lot of people supporting. I see a lot of girl power. I see so many people. Let's see. James wants to know all the Adam wants all the secrets. Yeah, I have seen this relatively consistent rolling across the comments. We got new comments steadily going as fast. Oh, we got Jackie on here. Jackie, I wish we could have had you on here. You know what? I have been known to send links to the show in the middle of the show to bring more people on the show. So I don't know if Jackie could get it done that quick, but I tell you what, we're going to have to get that young lady on here. I wish she was on here last week when we had Rick on. I would have had all three of you ladies on here, but hey, that's fine. You know, Michelle, you're doing really well in the points chase. It could be simple that we can bring you and her back. So, and maybe some other female cookers as well. So there's a lot of you out there. So without further ado, let's kind of jump in here, and I've got a few questions to ask. Arica, I'll tell you what, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit, you know, everybody likes to hear kind of how you got started and, you know, how your barbecue journey was, how long you've been cooking, stuff like that. So let me start off with this. How long have you been cooking? I mean, or did you have somebody that was an influencer as you was coming up to cook?
Well, growing up, of course, you know, I never cooked on a pit, but growing up there, you know, family gatherings and barbecues was our way to celebrate all the time. It was the reason for celebration for everything, you know. Mm-hmm. So I did have my uncle, Adrian Rangel, he was a pit builder, and that was part of like celebration also. Like he would build pits for some of us for marriage or moving. And I guarantee all of my aunts and uncles have a pit that he built. And I do remember that specifically growing up, but it's always been part of fun and celebration. So I would say that kind of got me into the interest of it. And then I met my husband, James Dodson, who did this competitively for Lent brisket. And, you know, I started to help him out and kind of got in all the fun of it, because that was probably what pulled me in the most, was the fun and the camaraderie and family, barbecue family.
Yes.
But I will say too, when I decided to get into cooking competitively, is James was invited to the World Food Championship, and I saw Jackie Milligan walking, and never dawned on me at the time, like, hey, maybe I should do this. But when I saw a female do it, I was like, hey, I want to get into that. I want to get into that. So I did have the pleasure of actually meeting her accidentally at a cook in New Brunsville, and I was just so excited. I was starstruck. She actually set up like right next to us.
Wow.
I'm not going to believe who just pulled up.
That is so great.
Yeah. So I've only been cooking competitively for a year.
Okay.
But it was probably in my bones the whole time. I just didn't know it.
I got you. Yeah. And both of y'all have only been cooking competitively for a year. So, and to me, it's such a great story, because you was telling me a little bit about that, and how, you saw Jackie for the first time. She did incredibly well at World Foods last year, and it was an inspiration for you. And I tell that to a lot of people. There's so many people that can inspire you that you never know about. And you was telling me, I saw her and I was like, I think I want to do this. And that's what makes barbecue so awesome. So see, Jackie, the influence that you had on Arica was how you're just, I think I've met you once. I think I met you at the awards banquet. I don't think it was last year. It may have been year before last. And you've always just seemed to be such a sweet young lady. I've never got a chance to personally meet you, but it's just, it's just getting out and cooking, and the ladies representing, it's a men's sport, right? And now all of a sudden it's not so much a men's sport, and the guys, I think, are scared to death when the girls show up. So, but that's such a great story. So what about you, Michelle? I mean, what's your story? Did you have somebody that influenced you as you was coming up? Kind of like Arica, or what was your story?
I mean, food has always been a big part of our family, weekly dinners, things like that with the whole family. My grandma would cook up a feast every Thursday. But as far as barbecue, I did some backyard cooking, in my early 20s. Backyard barbecue teams, but kind of fell off after I had my daughter. Hadn't done anything barbecue related since then. And I met Adam in September of 2019. So, I mean, that's what he did. So, we started every weekend, going to cook-offs, meeting people, seeing new things. And it was a completely different world than what I had seen before, barbecue-wise. And I mean, I never really thought about cooking. I honestly probably didn't even tell him I cooked for a while, just because that was his thing. I think a few months passed, several months passed, and he acquired a drum for me, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with that thing? And but, some time passed. COVID hit. It had been probably about a year. And almost a year, and unfortunately we lost Adam's dad to COVID, and it was that very weekend he was supposed to cook for the Dirty Underwear Cook-Off. It was not sanctioned, they were trying out some things, score assistance and stuff, and he was like, how about you cook? So, okay. So I cooked, and, I did okay. It was, I was fifth overall. And, everybody was congratulating me and stuff. And I was like, well, I didn't really cook, because I didn't make my own injections. He trimmed the meat. And I was like, I'd like to give it a shot, but on my own. So, about a month later after that, I cooked at the Waller County Fair. It's my first cook-off on my own, everything on my own,
Right.
And so, I mean, that was my first cook. It was Lone Star Cook, and it went pretty well. I reserved that cook-off. And it's kind of been
awesome
nonstop since then.
Wow. So they are your first cook-off by yourself. You got doing everything, because you didn't want him making your injections. You got reserve grand champion.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Holy cow. So what was Adam's response when what did Adam finish? Did he cook that one?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Yeah, he was probably scared to death. So what was his? reaction when you come back and say, hey, honey, I got reserve grand champion my first cook-off without, you helping?
No, I mean, it was awesome. Of course he's there, right? If I had what when do I wrap again, or
Right.
questions that of course I don't, I didn't know too much.
Right.
But no, I mean, it was pretty cool. I after that it was like, okay, you did good, but I didn't really think to continue cooking,
Right.
I figured it'd be a once in a while kind of thing.
Now, this was last year, correct? This your first year cooker as well. Both of y'all
September.
are. I want everybody to understand these young ladies, they have only been cooking for 1 year. So, so this is pretty impressive, and this makes this so awesome. So you go out, you get reserve grand champion.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history. You've been just.
Well, I think after that, IBCA opened up again in October, and Piney Woods Cook-Off in Porter, coming up. And Adam, of course, we entered Adam to cook, and I didn't think about cooking, and he kind of was talking mess on Facebook about Michelle's challenging me to cook against her, and like, no, I didn't. So I really didn't, but after that, I was kind of like, okay, I went grocery shopping that week, and I was like, you know what, if I find all my meats at H-E-B, I'll cook. So, I mean, I found everything there from brisket to chicken, and called Lori with the Porter VFW and got signed up. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I had to go buy a Cambro. We had to do a lot of things. We didn't have anything for two people to cook, you know.
Right.
We need another table, another Cambro, another drum, so it was a lot. So we did cook against each other at the Porter VFW, and Adam got a third place chicken call. He was pumped up, and he's walking back, and they called second place chicken, and I hit second place.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Boom.
So yeah, neither one of us got a rib call. I got a 5th place brisket. I ended 4th overall. I think he was 8th. So yeah, it kind of started from there. That was my first IBCA cook.
Wow. He's probably thinking, what have I done? All right, so we'll pick up from you, but let's hear how Arica. Okay, Arica, so you saw Jackie. It was an inspiration. You was at a cook-off. You still wasn't cooking yet. She was just there. Probably even inspired you even more. Okay, James, it's my turn to come out here and let me show you what I can do. So how did it work for you? Did he say, okay, let me step back and let me show you how to do this? Was it one of them deals and kind of get you going, and then after that he was like, this is really not good, I'm going to make this much better? Was it something like that?
So what happened was I said, I want to try it. And, he's cooking on this huge offset, and he's like, well, okay, let's see if you want to do it, So he bought me a pellet smoker, a Pit Boss pellet smoker from Walmart. And he was like on sale for like $250. And I cooked my first cook in rib roast, and I won 6th overall, my very first cook.
Wow.
I think I probably upset a few cooks that were there that day.
Probably so.
He was so excited for me. And I'll tell you what keeps me and what kept me going in this and kind of revved me up was all the supporting people from that day to now. Every time I win something, I mean, the amount of support I get from, Benny Koger and Justin West, Tim Woolridge, Steve Cumby,
Yeah.
But anyway, I just love how much everybody is just so, come on, Arica, keep going. And not to mention all the trash talk that James gets.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I think they love it a little bit, too. I think they do. But anyway, shortly after that cook, I just, I would be driving to work, and, once we get back onto Monday and switch back to our work, I'm driving to work one day, and he answers the phone, and he's like, what's wrong? Because it's so early. And I said, hey, I think I have an idea for a chicken recipe. And he always tells me, that's when I knew I was in trouble.
Right.
You're thinking about it day and night, So then we shortly after that, we got sponsored by a short rib drum smoker. And I think that's when my game shot up, because the short rib allows me to, I don't have to mess with the big offset wood the short rib drum smoker just helps me, the temperature hums the whole way, and then I can focus on texture and taste. And I think that's why my game probably went up so quickly. But yeah, James, shortly into that season was like, maybe we should cook together. I was like, hey, should we do that?
So he got out and starting to do good and start changing up the recipes that he showed you. You were starting to beat him, and he was like, let's just cook together.
Yeah.
Oh man, James. So I know now. Where is he at in points? Isn't he like fourth or fifth in points? Third or fourth in points? Because I know Michelle's fifth. So he's third. So did it come a time and he's like, hey, honey, come here. Look, here's the thing. I'm really trying to chase points, and I don't need you kicking my butt and beating me. So can you just kind of sit there? Because I haven't seen you cooking a lot. I mean, I see the hat on the dashboard, limp brisket, fixing to go roll smoke, and I'm thinking, oh, man, let's see how Arica's doing. The next thing you know, it's just James. I was like, I know Arica just didn't sit and not walk. So,
yep.
Wow.
Now, we started the year cooking against each other, and we're also going to end the year cooking against each other.
Okay, that's good.
At Lake
Merville. That's great. Thanks a lot. You sure you don't want to sit out one more, because I don't need my butt kicked by you as well. So I'll tell everybody, the first time I ever got a chance to meet Arica or see Arica was at Willis Point last year. They just had the cook-off this year, and I was there. I think I had a first place rib. And Eric was just like, who's this girl? Eric, who's this girl? I was like, where'd she come from? I was like, man, alive, like out of nowhere. And I think you had said you had cooked maybe 2 or 3 cook-offs prior to that. And then we go 2 weeks later, we go to Merville, which is coming up the end of the month, that Anna Bryce is putting on. If y'all looking for a great competition to go to, absolutely reach out to Anna Bryce. She's on right now. Go take a look at it. It's an IBCA cook-off. It's a great set. It's an RV park on the lake, and I think she's still got some spots open. But that's the first time that I got to physically meet you. Matter of fact, me and my wife was eating in the little restaurant there at the marina, and you come sit next to us, and I was like, hey, that's that lady. I was like, hi, how you doing? I'm Mike Steele. I introduced myself to you. And that was the first time I got a chance to meet you. Great family. James and the kids were there, and y'all are just class act all together. So, and then once again, she spanked my butt again, and I'm like going, golly, man. I mean, she just right out the gate. So you and Michelle both just on fire right out the gate, which to me is awesome. So he kind of turned over some recipes to you, kind of showed you, but after you kind of played around with them, that's what we do. We wake up like, I think I could do things better. I think I can. I'm always thinking, I'm this crazy guy. Because my background was drag racing for umpteen years, and set 2 world records racing, developed a product, got a patent on it and all that. So my idea is always coming up. People like, oh, you got all these guys on BBQ Champs Academy. I was like, man, I do my own thing, man. I've always been that way, and people don't realize it. And there's a lot of people that's like, that dude was winning before he did BBQ Champs Academy. But I'm like you. I'm always thinking, what could I do? I'm the science guy, right? And I just am always outside the box. So that's how you got started. Now, Michelle, what about you? Did Adam kind of he kind of got you started, kind of showed you some things. Mm-hmm. You obviously, I'm assuming you jumped in and said, look, I'm going to make this my own and start doing some stuff, because you came out on fire in January of this year. That's the first time. I don't think I got to meet you, but I know I was there, and I got my butt handed by you because you GC'd that thing, and that was the first cook-off in January in Viter. Tell us how it went from there for you. So you get going. Y'all had y'all's little first cook-off together. He's probably pretty jealous and mad that he's got you in this at this point. Like, what have I done? And so, no, not too bad. Look at this. He's buttering up. Love you, babe. Go easy on me. Let me tell you what that means. That means go easy on me, baby.
Well, I don't know if that's what that means. I did another.
Just kidding. I love you, Adam. All right, go ahead.
after, a quarter or little competition, I did another cook-off in November and did okay. I reserved that one. It was my first IBCA reserve. It was at Tiki Hut in Baytown. Even after that, Adam was still cooking. I really wasn't. And then we kind of saw where I was landing on the point, on the top 10. And I think it was around that time, after we're like, maybe after the holidays, I'll start chasing points, since I was up there. So yeah, Viter was one of the first ones. It wasn't like the first one. I did some, I think in between maybe, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I went out to Viter and again, Bill Purvis, Alan Freeman, Philip Breeden, yourself, there was so many people there. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, probably don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Vivian Freeman, everybody.
Right.
So yeah, I really never go into awards expecting to get a call just because I don't want to let myself down.
Right.
But yeah, so I think out there I got a chicken call and got I think that was a first place rib call. And then I don't know what I got in brisket, but I did get a little brisket call. So I grabbed that one and Vivian reserved. And that was really cool, to see two female cooks.
Yeah.
Finish last, finish.
Right.
So that was neat. So yeah, I started cooking from then. Adam kind of took the back seat just because expense-wise, it's a lot of money for us both to cook.
Right.
We don't have any sponsors,
Right,
so,
right.
So yeah, so he kind of took a back seat for me, but it let him, have time to do some classes, do some things, on his own.
Right.
So yeah, so then, I had a couple more GCs after that, and here we are. I'm still fighting to stay in the top 10. It's been stressful. It's been a lot of work, like Arica said, with work and the kids, and then we have the rubs. It's been a lot. So I'm kind of ready for the season to be over. But it's been fun. By Friday you're like, I don't want to do it, but Saturday morning you wake up and cook because you love it, right? You enjoy it. So.
Absolutely. I was telling Michelle, we were on the phone one day, and I said, you got to really, really love to do this because, we work full-time jobs and manage a household and a family, and then we have to manage to sneak in the love of our hobby at the same time. But it makes for a long week after week when you're cooking.
Right, right.
Sure is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, you two have just been so impressive. And I've been following both of y'all for quite some time. And, it's always great to see up and coming cookers, right? That's what this sport needs. That was my vision behind BBQ Champs Academy. I wanted to see this sport grow, and I saw so many people that, were some of the just struggling, not doing good, getting discouraged, wanting to quit. And, I heard people like, man, I don't know. I've tried everything. And that's why I was like, man, wouldn't it be great if we had a platform where somebody could just go watch in the comfort of their home without having to spend $1,500, $2,000 to go to a cooking class, $599, they can go pick out a class, watch it over and over and over, never miss anything, because you can go watch these videos and help grow the sport, and not only for barbecue, but for our state competition as well. And it was just one of those deals that, we wanted to grow the sport. We was really trying to help people. And people, I was telling Arica off camera, it cost me like $6,000 to produce one barbecue cookmaster class. That's just the cost of the editing, the producing, not to mention another $1,000 to do the website page for each one of these guys. It's just a lot of money, but it's going to help grow the sport, and we have seen it, and it's great to see a lot of the Jackies and the Aricas and, the Michelles and the Vivians, because Vivian just jumped in with, Alan cooking, and it's just like, whoa, wait a minute now, and Alan's like, she's doing her own stuff. She won't tell me what she's doing. And I was like, well, she shouldn't, and so it's so great to see new people coming in, and, I'm always cheering everybody. You're not going to win all of them. And if you think you are, then you need to go find something else to do. So you need to be happy for people when they win, because people are happy for you. Think about this. Everybody, I grand champion. And what if everybody just didn't clap for you, didn't care about you? Does
Yeah.
that make you feel great?
Right.
But it's great for everybody cheering for you to do it when you're up there. But when somebody else up there, you get all pissed off because you think, well, I should have won. No,
Yeah.
somebody cooked better than
Yeah.
and
Hey,
that's
if
just
you're
the way
doing
it
that,
is.
you're in it for the wrong reasons.
Exactly,
right.
100%, 100%.
In it for the
So
wrong reasons.
yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. I think that's what's so great about this sport. It is truly it needs to be a barbecue family, because if we make it more about a barbecue family and everybody gets together and has fun doing it, it's going to grow the sport. Excitement breeds excitement, right? That's the way it is.
And that's honestly what keeps me in it and going with it, is when I say the fun part of it, that's the fun part of it that keeps me in it, is that I want to go see that barbecue family then that we see time and time again, the Cashmans and the West.
Oh yeah.
West and Vinny Coburn, like we all, because we get to see each other and kind of hang out. And yes, it's a competition, and yes, we all take it seriously, but really we're all out there to hang out and see each other, and
yeah,
that's what keeps us going every week too.
Every one of my videos, when I close them out, I always say barbecue's about family, it's about friends, it's about loved ones, and building those relations. And I'll give you an example. I mean, I had a friend of mine that was my partner in my race when we did our racing and stuff, and he told me, he said, when you get 50 years old, he said, if you can count all your really good true friends on one hand, he said, you're very successful in life. That's very good, because you don't have a lot of friends, right? And when I quit drag, I would go drag racing. I had friends when we was racing and stuff. It's kind of like the barbecue family. We had our drag racing family. We would go, we would joke, we'd carry on, we'd do everything. Come race day, it was a different story. I mean, I'm there to win, and in that, it wasn't being judged. It's whoever had the fastest dadgum car is who won. I didn't have a judge. I had to build my horsepower. I had to tune it. I had to do all my stuff. I developed my nitro system, did all that. But what I'm saying, when I got out of that, I sat back and I was like, man, I remembered him telling me that. And I really didn't have a whole lot of friends. I had a bunch of friends at church, but I'm talking about outside my church community, not my church family. There wasn't a lot of people in my life, like that, until I got into barbecue. And then when I got into barbecue, it's just amazing at the family of people. And now it goes from, man, I hope I can count them on one hand, to I've got 20, 30, 40. I mean, just, the Tim Woolridge, I heard you talking about him. And congratulations, Tim, on your GC this week.
Oh, yes.
Joshua and Nick and Larry and Benji and Gray and you guys and the Cashmans and, Judy and Walker, and the list goes on and on. Terry and Laura. If I had forgot her, and Kiki. It's just so many people that we've met over the years. It's just such a great barbecue family. So,
sure is.
It is.
So what's in plan for you, Michelle? Now that it looks like you've obviously got 5th place pretty much well wrapped up. Maybe I don't know if anybody can catch you. Is it close yet, or?
Yeah, I think it's very close. Anything can happen, right? So hopefully I can stay in the top 10. It can be 10. I'd be happy with that. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take a little break.
Right.
After that. Do want to try, a few different things. We did one KCBS cook-off this year with some friends of ours, Tom and Belle Clark, JC's Good Old Boys, and that was pretty fun. It was different, the time, the turn-in times and stuff. So definitely like to try that again. And then actually try out some CBA cook-offs.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, I tell you what, you've had.
I don't think I'll be chasing points again, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's a grueling.
Anything.
It's definitely, the one thing I do like that IBCA did is now you got 12 competitions that you get to count point. That's way better than what it used to be. It gives everybody a chance. You don't have to go cook 50 cook-offs now, or 45 cook-offs to be able to win. So, but congratulations on what you have done. You've obviously have figured out some things. So with that said, give me one or two things that that you have learned? You don't have to give secrets out, but what is one or two things that you have learned that has helped you become a better cooker? And I'll start with you, Michelle. That has helped you become a better cooker that would perhaps help somebody that's a backyard cooker that may be watching, or somebody that's a barbecue person right now, a competition person. And Adam's already probably getting his notes out. So what's some of the things that you could see that would help? Give me a pro tip or two.
I think one of the biggest things is your meat. You can go to HEB, you can go to Kroger, wherever, buy your meat, but until you're cooking with quality meats, I think that makes a big difference. Because for me, I think when I started out, I started going to HEB and buying briskets, and for the past several months, I've been going to Stone Cold and getting, good quality meat, and I think that makes a huge difference.
Right.
So that's probably one of the biggest tips. Next, trust your gut. Do what you want to do. You don't have to necessarily run the same, rubs or injections that everybody's running. Experiment. It's okay. Just kind of figure out what works for you.
Right. Okay. Do you kind of cook the same flavor profile everywhere you go, or do you find yourself changing a little bit, or do you just cook the same everywhere?
No, I try to cook the same everywhere.
Okay.
I know out in Luling, I didn't change necessarily the profile, but I changed my methods, like the way, more smoke, whatever. Sometimes we'll change that as far as, for further south, further east, whatever kind of, maybe add some mesquite, some things like that. But no, I try to cook the same everywhere we go. I did change it up in Luling a little bit, and it showed. It didn't,
Right.
didn't quite work out that good, but so yeah, definitely I run the same stuff every week. The only thing I changed was my brisket, because I really hadn't hit on that. So
right.
I've been changing injections. I actually talked to Arica about what they ran for brisket and stuff, and talked a little bit with Aaron Leslie and started running Texas oil dust. So ever since then I've kind of been doing a little bit better on brisket. So
right.
But yeah, other than that, stick to it. Don't change it every week.
What's your strongest category?
Ribs.
Ribs is your strongest. Okay.
Yeah, ribs.
Okay. All right, Arica. What about you? What's a pro tip or two? What's something that you've? I know James has got the notepad out. I saw just a second ago. So.
No way.
So.
You're videotaping.
Yeah. I saw the door open just a minute ago, and he stuck his ear. I'm just kidding.
He's not even here. He's a Philly.
I got you. He's not even there. So, do you go in and sabotage his rubs when he's gone and mix everything up on him? I'm just kidding. Don't take that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we won't tell nobody. Anyway, James, you better get your new rubs. Anyway, so what's that would be so bad. Oh, so, what is some of the things that's helped you, that would be a pro tip or two that would help people?
I think the first thing I can think of is, you talked about growing the sport earlier, and I feel like I've become a better cook because of all the people that have supported me. We've gained, I've gained, friends and our sponsors. Short Rib Dunk Smoker and Texas Oil Dust and, Texas Barbecue Chapter. Everybody's always they're very supportive and excited for us. And I think that's what keeps me going, is I want to do as well as they do, or, not disappoint. But in saying that, I want to make sure to do the same for somebody else. So me and James always probably talk too much when we're at cooks, especially if there's a new cook there, then we're always, well, hey, if you have any questions, come on over. We talk a lot about growing the sport because we love it so much, and we get so excited when there's younger people that come in and place and win. We get really excited about it. I'd probably say the other one is the later James goes to bed, the better I do.
There you go.
And so I don't set the alarm on loud. I just put it on vibrate, and I just kind of sneak
Sneak on out
Yeah,
and go
that's
get your
helped me a
stuff.
lot.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. See, I'm like you. You know, when 9 o'clock comes, Mike's in the bed because I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. My stuff's more low and slow. I haven't jumped
Yeah.
on the drum cookers yet, where y'all can get up at 7 o'clock, going, oh yeah, nice and refreshed, and put your brisket on, and 5 hours later it's done, and I'm over here going, man, alive. So on at 7, and off at 12, and I'm like going, man, alive. Maybe I need to try that. So. But I'm not touching my brisket. That thing's been money for me for about 4 years. So anyway, but yeah, I think you're right. I think there's certain little things that you can do that you can pick up on. And what about you? Do you change flavor profiles a little bit as you move around? I know most of your stuff is in region 1. So
yeah, I try to leave it the same. I kind of go by, how it's hitting. If I start losing the points and getting higher calls, then I might tweak something. And but for the most part, I leave it be, because I'm afraid that if I try to change it too much, I'm gonna get way off.
Yeah.
And you only know from cook to cook, right? So
that's it.
If you're doing good, don't change a lot. No matter where you are or what you're doing, don't change a lot. But after a while, it's just kind of trial and error, right? If you're doing well here or now, then keep it the same until it changes.
Yeah. Little subtle tweaks when you do make changes. That's typically, if I have to make a change, that's what I do. Yeah. Mine is more subtle. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see who else we got. If anybody's got any questions for these young ladies, now's the perfect time. Pop them in there, and we'll see if they'll. Don't ask for their recipes, because I don't think they're exactly going to just say, "Hey, here's everything I do." Arica, what's your strongest category?
Chicken.
Okay.
Chicken.
So yours is chicken, and hers is ribs, and mine is brisket. Man,
Ooh.
I'm just woo.
Where are we going?
Yeah, where are we going? We could just form the dream team. So, man alive, there we go. How interesting would that be? So. And all you girls, you gotta just say, James, just step over to the side, So Paul, just one more, or Adam, just one more time, just part ways. We're gonna do this again. So Rose just popped up. Sounds like the dream team. So
absolutely.
Oh goodness gracious. Oh goodness. Well, I tell you what. Does the AMP stand for? Okay, here we.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Really, Charlie?
I love it. All Michelle. I gotta say it. Does AMP stand for All Michelle's Products?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, Adam, we love you, man. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Let's see. What is it, Michelle? Who's your daddy? Oh, goodness gracious alive. I love it. So, all right. So here's the question. And if y'all want to answer this, you can. Do y'all put grill marks on your chicken? So, Arica, you're the big chicken cooker.
I actually don't. Now,
you don't.
Not because I think I tried it a few times, but I just wasn't willing to take the chance at the time because I was doing so well.
Right.
But I generally don't know.
Do you cook your chicken on your short rib drum?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you don't cook it on a grill, and it's harder to put grill marks on it on a drum. I guess
everything on short ribs. Yeah.
Everything on short ribs. Okay. Okay, so you're sponsored by Short Rib Cookers.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, tell me a little bit, real quick, about that drum. What you like about it?
Okay, so what I love about it is that I don't have to mess with anything. Once I get it going and get it at the temperature I want, it rolls just like that for up to 10 hours. So I literally can just focus on the meat. I don't have to worry about, if you need to tweak depending on the weather, sometimes it's very minimal on the exhaust on there, but it's so easy. It's allowed me to pick up a lot, like I said, to pick up a lot faster. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. James wants to know how many beverages is too much. Well, it's too much, James, if you hit snooze too many times on your phone and you don't wake up, then you need to back off at least probably 2 and you're close. So just saying. So
test that out this weekend.
Yeah, did you try that? Yeah, try James. I tell you what you need to do. You
Merva.
on Merval,
Let him drink.
just push it as far out as you want. I'm a teetotaler myself, or I'll have my water with my Mio in it. But you feel free. We're at the lake. I mean, do what you want to do, and Arica's going to have a great time because I heard she's cooking. So, let's see. Never met Michelle. And it's obvious she's an awesome lady. I had the pleasure to meet Arica, and she's top notch along with her husband, James. They've helped me out to the extreme during comps and chats. That's awesome. That's from Juke. Glad to have you with us. So let's see. Michelle, is Adam retired?
He is not retired.
Oh, goodness gracious. Jackie wants to say Champions Barbecue Alliance has a great layout of scores with judges' comments, which helped me improve my turn-ins. Have the ladies entered a CBA yet? So have y'all cooked? I know, Michelle, I heard you say something about you was going to probably do a few of these. So I take it you have.
I haven't cooked a CBA yet. Adam's cooked a couple of them. His last comp, he was out of town, so I got the pleasure of buying, trimming, and making his injections for everything. I didn't cook. I didn't come out the trailer, honestly. I was exhausted that Sunday, but he did pretty well. So, I mean, I can't wait to try it out.
Okay. And Arica, have you cooked CBA yet?
I have not. No, and I don't think there has been any local yet. And of course, we're
right. Yeah.
Today, so.
I hope they get some eventually up in Regions 1. So, and the thing is, IBCA, I don't know if you saw, but they have got their new scoring system. But we're coming out on July the 1st. Very, very similar to it. So, a few little things, but it's going to be close. With cumulative scores, you will see all the judges' scores on every table on every round. So, it's going to be exciting to see the new scoring system. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. And see how it goes. So let's see. Yes, girls did that. James said I did that last weekend. Oh, goodness gracious. Man, we got stuff. Okay, do you prefer... All right, so y'all are drum cookers. Curtis wants to know, do you prefer hot and fast or low and slow?
I like hot and fast.
You hot and fast. Hot and fast. Yeah, so do y'all put y'all's brisket on at 7 o'clock?
7:30.
Done that.
Oh, 7:30. Oh my God, 7:30. Holy cow. I might have to get a drum at some point. So, is Benji here? He needs to hear this. Oh, if y'all hadn't met Benji Lewis, Arica, you'll get a chance to meet him in Lake Merval. He's great. Benji one time has had maybe one too many that he just don't quite get up in the morning. So we did that down in South Louisiana. There was a cook-off down there, and Catfish went over there and knocked on his door. Benji, you need to get up and get going, and he grand championed the thing. So
of course he did. That's always
that's the way it works. We had our first IBCA event at Willis Point last week. Everyone was so kind, and we're excited to cook more events. Patriot barbecue teams. James, appreciate it. Appreciate you being here, James. Come check us out every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. There's a lot of stuff you'll learn. So, oh, goodness gracious. Man, the comments keep running. Adam, let's see what I hear. Adam Martinez, we are chopped liver. Yeah. Oh, goodness, guys. Y'all been sports about it, I'll tell you that. So.
Oh, gosh. It can get bad.
Yes, yeah, it can. The trash talk's going to get really bad at Merval. I can already see it. Michelle, what you need to do is just come on up to Merval, get everybody together. We could really have a good time up there. So.
Yeah, I got to talk Adam into that one.
Yeah. So do you prefer, let's see, do you turn in sweet flavored ribs? You ain't got to say how sweet. Do y'all do more savory? Do y'all do more sweet and savory?
I prefer to eat savory. Sometimes I'll turn in the sweet ribs.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really tasted my rib. Well, I mean, I turn it. It's pretty much middle of the road. I think the rib is savory, but the sauce is a little more sweet. I don't taste my rib after the sauce is on. I'm not about that.
Right.
But yeah, I think the sauce is definitely a little more sweet.
Okay. All right. To both ladies, have you always loved grilling? Proud of you ladies for representing the ladies. So.
I've always loved eating it, for sure.
Yeah. Right.
I'm never going to miss a grill.
Yeah. And Michelle, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to do this a long time ago before I met Adam. It's been years, so it was something that I realized I did miss.
Right.
Missed. So yeah.
Yeah. So Anna wants to know: do y'all go to bed early, or y'all stay up?
Anna.
Midnight, 12:30.
She's says that because when I'm out there with her, we lose track of time. That's what she's asking.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't. The answer is we should go to bed.
Yeah, we should.
No later than 11.
12 o'clock curfew. Yeah.
12 o'clock curfew. Yes.
James wants to know, what do y'all cook your chickens on? I think y'all both said y'all use drums. So, all right. So I have got a question. Inquiring minds want to know. Get up, Chucky. So I think on a hashtag or something. Do tell Michelle what this Chucky is.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's all Adam. Get up, Chucky. It became our logo, kind of. But no, when Adam would walk, he would flex. So.
Oh, so that's the guns. Okay.
Yeah, that's the guns.
That is hilarious. And so, and James was like, wow, when it was all Michelle's product. Does AMP stand for anything?
Yes. Well, originally it was Adam Martinez Boyle, which stood for chicken. But then we continued to come out with rubs. So Adam Martinez products.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody does tease that it's on Michelle's products.
I love it.
I love it. That is so awesome. No wonder he said, wow.
One of those hats, please. And a flag. I need the flag too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go get your flag.
Goodness gracious. That is too funny. Anna said, I already know the question, but do y'all trim y'all's meats and light y'all's fire? Yeah, I know Michelle does because she wasn't happy because they didn't. So, let's see. Arica Dodson is going, whoa. Okay. All right. There's going to be some side bets on this. Do you see? James is calling you out, Arica.
You're not sleeping in the camper, dude. Don't play.
James, all I can tell you is, brother, you better check your rubs. You better have brand new sealed bottles with the plastic ring around it before you show up to that cook-off. I'm just saying.
Don't close your eyes.
Yeah, don't close your eyes. Oh, I think the Dodson should do a cook-off. Yeah. Hey, speaking of, that would be great. They're great neighbors. They can be the great neighbors can judge. I love that. Now, I think let's talk about cook-offs. Did you and Adam have a cook-off down in Hempstead at the barbecue store? Did y'all do it?
No. Dustin kind of promoted the cook-off. We cooked against each other in Trinity.
And Trinity, okay.
Yes.
How did that go? Just inquiring minds want to know how that went.
That was probably the most stressful week. So Adam and I don't live in the same house. We don't live together yet. Coming soon, but we don't live together yet. So we have to take our injections from one house to the other, or certain ones we don't have at both places. So I think that week he didn't bring the injection I needed for my ribs, and I was already mad about that.
Oh, sabotage.
We're on the way to Trinity, and he's like, did you bring the butter? And did we buy butter? And I was like, yeah, you put the butter in the basket at the grocery store. Like, where's the butter? So he didn't bring the butter, and I used, specific types of butter, and I was so upset.
Sounds like some sabotage was going on.
I was making beans, I think, and he didn't bring the sausage for the bean. I mean, just a whole lot of things. I was so upset. By 10 a.m., I was like ready to quit. Like, I didn't want to even cook. I literally left my brisket unwrapped. I threw a fit, left my brisket unwrapped for like a good 30 minutes because I didn't have my butter. Use the butter. I was like, no, I'm so mad.
That is hilarious.
James have had the same thing at Cooks. Did you bring this? No, I didn't bring that. Well, okay. Yeah, so I'll just go make up my own stuff.
Yeah, so we go to awards, and they have us talk about the T-shirts because we sold T-shirts for the
that was really cool.
Each other, and thanking everybody and where the money was going. And Adam's like fumbling on his words and gives me the microphone, and I'm so upset because I really don't like to talk in front of people. So I was like, okay, so I talk, get it out, and I'm done, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And he's like, no, turn around, look. And that's when he proposed. So
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I love it.
I was a witch all day long, and then
You-
he proposed.
That's a
and he
perfect
proposed.
story.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and he beat me. He beat me. So
He
yeah, I
did-
think I got a fifth place rib call, and he got a fourth place rib, and he got a brisket call. So he
That is
did beat me that day.
too. That is too funny. So he sabotaged your cook, made you upset, and then hit the knee and proposed to you.
And that's
How
what happened.
awesome! How awesome is that?
I love
So.
that story.
Well, it seems like Arica, you are the odds-on favorite. My money's on Arica. My money's on Arica. Let's see, James. Let's see. Tell James to bring it on, Arica. My money's going to be on Arica because she is pent up and ready to go out and do this. And she's been locked up. He wouldn't let her cook, so I need to borrow our camper. Yeah, James probably will. Oh, goodness gracious. Barbecue Clash. Oh, yeah, I did Barbecue Clash of the Titans. Maybe I need to get the girls together. So, let's see. Chris Hatcher and his wife didn't want it at their house.
They
Wow,
did.
that
That was
is,
really fun to watch.
yeah, that is, and the people that are just steadily pouring on. This is absolutely, sounds, Adam says, sounds like excuses you got to have.
Okay.
Oh, golly, that is absolutely better. That's awesome. Let's see. Somebody asked. The proposal was awesome. How about that? Let's see. What cook-offs are y'all cooking this weekend? Oh, so what y'all cooking at this weekend?
We're cooking in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Michelle, Houston?
Same.
Okay. Arica. Looks like more Ericas are coming in. So Erica's better. So let me see. We got Arica. We've got another one. Erica's better. Sorry, James. So
Aw.
IBCA needs a queen bee competition. I think that would be really
Oh,
cool.
that would be
that
so
would be
fun.
really, really good. I
That would
like
be
that.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Adam likes butter. It melts under. Adam like butter. It melts under pressure. Golly, Adam, man, I'm telling you, brother.
Take it.
Woo! Goodness gracious. So, oh my goodness gracious. Somebody had asked me a question earlier about brisket. Mike, let's see. What's the secret to a good brisket? I think the texture, the mouthfeel of the brisket. That's people eat my brisket and are just amazed at the texture. I shoot for that. There's a lot of things that I do. It's not the temperature that you cook it at. There's other things, but it's a long process. So anyway, well, I tell you what, ladies, I have had an absolute blast tonight. We got folks steadily going in. We're already over our hour, but who cares? We're having a good time. Do the fellas wash the dishes at the comp? So, probably not.
No.
Oh, James does. James will wash dishes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and Charlie says we all know Adam's the dishwasher. So,
No.
oh God, Adam, I tell you what, man, you've been a good sport. So, and you will get to meet James. I got a feeling Adams and James is going to be meeting up this weekend to review this class, or this show. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I tell you what, you ladies truly are. I was fixing to say, y'all are amazing. Rose just said that. I was saying it. I appreciate it once again for y'all being here, for what y'all do for the sport. Y'all represent well. I think one of my questions I was going to ask is, what's it like showing up cooking against the boys? I know it probably makes the men feel uncomfortable, like I'm fixing to get my butt handed to me by one of these girls, and there's going to go my ego out the window. But, you gals are champs, and I'm glad I've got to meet Arica. I hope to meet you one day. I know that we was inviter. I didn't know enough about you. You was a new cook, and I knew when you left, I was like, who's this girl? So, and you've been on the radar ever since. So I want to applaud both of y'all. Congratulations. We appreciate you. We love what y'all do, and I'm glad we got more and more women getting into barbecue. There's been some great ones. I know Michelle Wade from years ago, and I don't know if y'all never knew Ronnie Wade, but he was probably the most winningest cook in probably barbecue history, just about. He's won probably well over 200 or 300 grand champions, I know, in IBCA, and
Nice.
and Michelle was just phenomenal as well. We didn't have shows like this to get the word out, but you ladies are the new up and coming cookers, and there's Jackie. Congratulations to you. And I'm so happy for all of y'all, and I'm thankful for y'all to be part of BBQ Champs Academy show. I appreciate it. Eric, any final words?
Just thanks so much for giving us the opportunity, and Michelle, good luck with the rest of the season. You're killing it. Proud of you. Exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And Michelle, what about it? Anything for you?
Same. Thank you for having us. It's been fun. But yeah, no, I mean, good luck to, everybody in the IBCA points chase,
Absolutely.
So hopefully everybody finishes where they want to.
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet you, Michelle.
I can't wait to meet you guys this weekend.
Yeah.
I had to finagle my way into this cook-off this weekend just so I could meet them. Yes.
That is so awesome. So awesome. Well, I tell you what, ladies, I appreciate it. Thank you for what y'all do and who y'all represent. Y'all, just like Jackie was an influence to Arica, you two can be a true inspiration to a lot of women. And go talk to them and encourage them and get them out there.
Absolutely.
And love you, ladies, for what you're doing. That's what Anna said, and I appreciate y'all being on our show. We're going to get ready to wrap things up, and I want to thank everybody that's been on our show tonight. Once again, please support all of our partners as you see scrolling across the screen. If you need any kind of products, they have got all the things that you need: barbecue grilling, knives, charcoal, you name it, it's all right there. And we appreciate everybody's support, not only for our partners, but what y'all have done to help us on BBQ Champs Academy. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. We mix this show up a lot. We've had barbecue on for a couple weeks now. We're going to probably have some great steak cookers on. It's great hearing about all these stories. We got a lot of our steak cookers on here tonight. They listen to the barbecue people. Our barbecue people need to support the steak community. We're all one big family, with two different organizations, but we all love to do one thing: cook. And that's one thing that's in common. And to me, that's what makes barbecue and getting together so great. And I hope y'all will join us again next Tuesday at 7 o'clock Central. Go like us on our Facebook page. Follow us. You'll get the notification when we go live at 7 o'clock. We appreciate your support. And as we close out of all of our classes on BBQ Champs when we video, just like I was saying, getting together and grilling is fun. Barbecue's about family. Barbecue's about friends and loved ones and those relationships you build. As I always say, have a lot of fun and smoke on.